Hello and welcome to another episode of Fight for Findara, Season 1, Episode 2. This is actually going to be the first episode that we have all of our adventures getting together. So we'll just kind of start and run down this line here. RJ, how you doing today?
Doing all right. How are you?
It's another day. Sanson.
Well, I'm doing good. Nothing to really complain about aside from it's cold as hell outside.
Yeah, you know, the 70-degree weather's nice. Alan.
Yeah, it's about 70 degrees here too. I think it was like 78 degrees outside. I mean, it's doing great here. Other than that, everything else is running good.
Very well, very well. Avon.
Dude, I've totally forgot who I was for like half a second. I'm doing good. It's 69 degrees here since we're all doing weather updates, and now I'm nice and cozy in my blankets. So I'm fantastic.
In Meyer. Just
It's
as
cold as shit,
huh?
and I chased a turkey today.
You chased a turkey?
I chased a turkey like probably a good 1/10 of a mile down our parking lot.
Okay, I want to hear this story. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, we just have a
D&D
turkey
can wait.
that's vibing in our parking lot and has been for several months and keeps shitting on my car. So I put my car through the wash yesterday, parked it in the garage, and it was sitting on someone else's car today. So I chased it all the way down the parking lot.
All right.
Our landlady
well.
doesn't know what to do to get rid of it. The DNR won't do
Um,
anything. So
I mean, turkeys are edible. I'm just not to be mean or anything, but I'm pretty sure if a turkey shit shot on my car, I'd probably eat it.
And it was not a small amount. It looked like I went through a mudslide. It fell in
Yeah.
love with my car.
Yeah, Thanksgiving would have came early for me. Actually, I lie. I've never actually killed anything, and I don't hunt. There's a lot of people around me that hunt. That's something.
Yeah,
that
we live in the
I
middle of the
just-
city, so
Yeah.
we can't. It's not legal.
I mean, pellet guns are legal, and I'm pretty sure those kills birds, but I don't know about turkey.
No, not an 18-pound turkey.
Yeah, Thanksgiving would have definitely came early. Did you go chasing it with like a machete? That'd be great.
Oh no, I just straight sprinted at it.
I just picture you like running at this thing, you know?
No, my buck 20-pound ass just chased the turkey.
Or better yet, barn burner chasing it in full clown makeup with the machete, just ah!
No, now it's been shitting in the truck that parks next to me in the lot
That's great.
because I put my car in the garage.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. Getting back over to D&D style. I have a quick announcement to make. Anybody who's actually chatting or following on stream today will actually get a free pack of Stream Loot cards. Stream Loot cards, if you actually look at the about portion of Stream Loots down there, it'll actually discuss how it works, what's the purpose. You can basically start and give people inspiration or other abilities that they normally won't have. So it's that's why you keep seeing a lot of these Stream Loot bots going through here. You know what, Nerdic? I'll agree. Where's your second pack? Since technically, I'm pretty sure that all of you have chatted. You want to make that happen, Dev?
Yeah, I guess I can make that happen.
You can give us some more. You can give us some more here. That'll be going on all of tonight, irregardless of if we get to 50 or not. That'll be going on all night tonight. So yeah, if you're hanging out, drop us a follow. I would appreciate it. Help us get to 50. Help us. We've hit every other mark that we need to make affiliate. That is the last thing that we actually need. So if we can knock that out, that'd be fantastic. Other than that, anybody got any cool stories to go through? It's hard to beat chasing turkeys down the road.
No, I got no stories that would beat that.
I'm glad that chasing a turkey in a parking lot is peak entertainment.
peak. You know what? It would have been peak entertainment. I've been the guy chasing after you, chasing after the turkey. You know, just with his phone out, like trying to record it. Yeah,
I was just shouting random things. I'm glad it's cold and everybody has their windows closed.
That's great. Any other announcements for anything cool going on later this week? Anybody doing anything fun?
I know
No?
Destiny 2, the new DLC drops tonight, I think. So I'm gonna be playing that this week.
All right. There you go. There you go.
Free Mac.
My in-laws are here, so I will not be playing many video games this week. But I finally get to play as a player in a D&D game coming up this Sunday, so I'm excited about that. So I'll have to make sure to get all my ducks in a row for next week's game before Sunday. So we'll see how far you guys get in this, and yeah. I will also try to keep this much faster than the midnight stream that we did last Wednesday. That went much later than I had originally planned, but hopefully you guys had fun. You know what, Dev? Why don't you give a recap of where we standing? I'll make you do it.
You're gonna make me do it. I walked into we walked into this camp down here, and I basically told the guy to fucking try to kill me. So he tried to kill me, and it didn't work out very well for him. So yeah, RJ almost got his ass kicked, but he's still breathing, I think. RJ, you still
So
alive,
far.
right? Okay. We did find the girl that we were looking for to try to save her. So we're doing our best, I do believe, to get her back to the tavern tonight. And we're going to attempt to get our captured person back to the tavern as well. We'll see what happens.
All right. Why am I unable to chat?
Because it doesn't like you.
I am unable to chat in my own stream. What kind of bull rank is this?
It's for the best.
I
There you
agree
go.
with that too, by the way.
Next 5 minutes gets +5 mods to their rules. How about that?
Was that everybody?
That's everybody. +5 mods to any rules that you guys want to do for the next 5 minutes, starting So at 7:46 Eastern Standard Time.
We weren't even rolling yet.
That's why he gave it to us.
That's why I'm giving it to you now, so that you guys can, if you guys want to do stuff, you can do stuff.
We haven't even recapped.
Not in game, not in game. I'm talking about for the stream loops.
It's stream loops.
For the stream loops, you get a +5
Plus
modifier
5
to your roll.
mods because. Oh.
Of course, after I roll my cards.
Okay, so what player is this for? Do I put in, would I put in Nerdic or would I put in Avon?
It's up to you. As long as we
Either
know who
or
we're talking about,
works.
that'd be the way to do it.
Okay.
I usually put in their username on Twitch. That way it lights up in the stream whenever their name's mentioned.
He's like, I don't know who these people are.
Exactly.
And that's fine. So whoever you would like to give it to, you can put in their name. You can put in anything that you want, and we can get good stuff. Like apparently, Dev gave himself Arcane Recovery. So it'll be up to you guys. I know this is really the first time we've really been doing a lot of stream loot stuff. It'll be up to you guys to keep track of what cards you guys actually have. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like it deleted the cards that I just got, so that's a little weird.
Yeah, if you remember the names, so the cards you get will be decided on the DC in chat. So like just rolled for you. You have a healer card. So just write healer down, and then whenever you want to use it, just ask, and we'll tell you what it means, or you can look it up on the Streamloots.
Do you still have that Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I'll get it into the Discord here in a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say drop that in the show participants so that everybody can have it, so they know what they have, and then
You can make it a command
they
too.
know what it works. So, all right.
Recap.
Going back into some D&D stuff. We're gonna say the party actually went out looking for Elena. with the Elena having been taken, as it were, right, by the Haldir. The Haldir were the bandits that you guys absolutely wrecked here. You wrecked their local chapter. So you guys actually came in, tried to talk your way in a little bit until Static got, or sorry, until Meyer got pushed around a little bit, and then next thing you know, you're killing one of the brothers before you even go down and talk to the others, and then a fight ensued after that. Most of you walked away fairly unharmed. Some of you, however, are not looking so hot. Reuven is having a bit of trouble these days. It looks like. Meyer found out that she's got some new powers, some new fun powers, as it were, and was trying to figure out a way up until her secondary entity that's inhabiting her body decided to pull her up by leaving her body and literally just bringing her up to her level.
Sansan's having weird shit too.
Sanson does, in fact, have some weird shit. Sanson almost got hit in the face with an arrow, threw up his hands, and the arrow just stopped. And then he got to do some fun stuff after that. So, yeah, we're having a little bit of fun. If anybody wants to watch that recap, YouTube, or we'll be running reruns on this channel. For everybody else who just wants to see some D&D, let's actually go ahead and get started. And yeah, I'll let you guys take it away. We are picking up right where we left off. You guys technically haven't done anything after the battle at this point, other than you found Elena. And I'll let you guys take it away.
All right. Well, now that the battle's over, kind of go gather up what arrows I can, and you notice Reuben's he's limping now. The excitement's past. There's a little bit of blood coming through his cloak, and he just kind of come over here and just take a seat up against the wall for a minute.
Reuben, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you sure? You need some help? You need some help over there? I can't really leave the prisoner right now. If you want to come over here, I might be able to help you out a little bit.
All right. Kind of makes its way over to you.
I will reach out my hand, and my hand will start glowing a little bit, and I will give you 20 points of healing with my lay on hands.
While you're doing that, Reuven, do me a favor. Roll me a stealth check.
I was actually getting to that.
All right.
As he reached up to do that, my hood kind of falls back, and you see, I'm an elf. I've got pointed ears. I'm not human. And it's
So
the first time you guys have noticed it. Sorry.
So this is also the first time that Mirbar is actually going to see that you are not human. Having, for lack of better terms, been defeated by a non-human. Goddamn elves. And he's gonna kind of spit in your direction with that little bit of blood that he's got in his mouth. Fucking elves should all die.
Just
Oh, yeah?
gonna wipe the blood off and give him the finger.
He's gonna look back over at you, Alwyn. You're really gonna let me suffer this indignity?
Yep. I sure am.
There's no honor amongst any of you.
Where's the honor of kidnapping? How are you more honorable than I am?
We never laid a hand on the girl.
You still kidnapped her and beat her
Yeah.
father up.
Yeah. You got to be able to send a clear message somehow.
Well, I'm sending you a pretty clear message right now saying that you got your ass kicked by a non-human. So, sit down, shut up. You didn't want to talk earlier, don't talk now.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I am likely trying to help the kidnappee down.
Elena?
Yes, that's
Here,
the name I definitely remember.
I'll do this for you. As you guys know who this is, I'll do this because it should make it easier for you. Hovered by anyone. There you go. Now, anytime that you hover over that,
There we
it should,
go.
give you the name.
Excellent. But yeah, untie her, figure that out. Try to figure out how to get down from here because I kind of just showed up here, 30 feet in the air.
So actually, as you've been untying her, you're actually going to see that there's a pathway leading into the rock that kind of, as it turns, starts to slope downwards.
Oh, okay.
As it were.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, chances are it probably just wraps around.
Yeah, to that
and
area
comes
that we
out.
saw earlier.
Yep,
Yeah.
and comes out towards the bottom. So it is starting to get a little bit later. The sun is starting to set. Arlene is actually going to look at you. How's my father?
Alive?
I'm guessing he made it back all right if you guys are all here.
Yeah, he asked us to come out, or asked somebody to come out.
Well, can't say that I expected to see you, but I'm glad that you're here. Now, if you don't mind, I could use some food and well, I'm sure my father's gonna want to see me as soon as possible.
Oh yeah. I don't know how long we really want to stick around in this area.
Yeah. How's the group of the lazy loudmouth? How's the bandits?
Oh, I think one of them is alive. A couple of them ran off.
All right. Well, I'm gonna suggest that we make haste and get out of here before they bring anyone back.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
They you can follow me. She'll turn around and walk pretty much just kind of around, and she'll actually drop out the bottom here.
I got her.
She'll actually make her way to you guys. So she's actually gonna look at you first, Anson.
I'm just digging shallow graves for the dead people.
They're not quite worth the trouble, but if you would like to, I think after everything that was said and done last night, I don't have any leg to stand on when telling you what to do. Especially now that you saved my life, I appreciate it.
And now that I'm feeling better, I suppose I'll help Sanson out.
All right, so we're digging a couple graves here. We've got technically you guys have the 3 dead people here and one also dead brother further back in. Are we digging them for everybody?
I want to check the brother first.
You want to check the brother?
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check. As Mirabar is going to try to kick you ever so much. Hands off my brother!
I don't find anything. I got a 4.
Yeah, with the 4, I mean you're gonna see kind of he's the armor he was wearing has been pretty screwed up. He's got his great axe with him, but that's it. I mean it's pretty torn up. It's nothing fancy by any means. Looks like it's been used to hack on people, trees, rocks, the way that certain parts of it are bent out.
Then yeah, I don't want it.
All right. Sanson and Reuven, both of you can give me strength checks, or Sanson, you can do with advantage if Reuven doesn't want to roll. As you guys are, trying to dig some graves.
Sounds good. Whatever works. We can both roll.
All right, we got a 15. And we got a 7. So Sanson was definitely going to take a little while, a little longer than you felt that you really wanted to do this. So Reuven, you actually come over and you're somehow very familiar with digging. You can try to explain that one to me, but you're pretty good at digging. So you guys. I would say about half an hour it takes you to dig about 3 feet worth of shallow grave.
Oh, trust me, in my time, I've dug many graves. I'm a spy after all.
All right, very well.
As we're kind of like me and Reuven are doing this, I'll look at Elwin and Meyer and just say, perhaps you could take a look around. Maybe these fellows were bandits. Maybe we could bring something back for the town.
I'm keeping an eye on the prisoner so he doesn't run off.
Okay. I mean, I'll investigate around like these little tents over here and
All
stuff
right,
like
go
that.
ahead and since you guys are spending it, since they're taking about half an hour to do this, go ahead and give me an investigation with advantage.
Investigation with advantage.
As you really get to take your time. Well, she's rolling hot tonight. All right, 19.
So far.
So there's not a lot for there's not a whole hell of a lot, but what you actually do find, you can go ahead and add 2 health potions
Oh.
into your inventory. You're also going to find yourself a dagger.
Potion. Oh, I just crashed my D&D Beyond. There we go.
Actually, let me rephrase that. I apologize. I read that wrong. You're actually going to 3.
Health potion. What?
2 health potions and 3 daggers.
Okay.
As this looks like instead of darts, they were throwing daggers at a piece of wood. Kind of in a makeshift game.
Are potions called something else in D&D Beyond?
Health potion. Type in health. I think that's what they come up as. Look, I know, looking.
Elixir of health?
No.
No, it's potion of healing.
Healing. Yeah.
Potion of healing.
Oh.
That's what it is.
There we go. Greater?
No.
It's gonna be
Not
the
greater.
white. It's gonna be the white one.
Okay, why is that not showing up as an option?
Make sure you don't have just make sure you don't have anything special.
Yeah, I don't have anything checked or anything. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It's not under the potion. It's under gear.
Oh, that's fun.
There we go. All right, got it.
All right. And that's what you find some odds and ends, some food that looks like it's been, half eaten, just kind of tossed on the floor. Some ale that either drunk or spilled or has been left out. Probably nothing you necessarily want to drink.
Okay.
Looks like a bad frat party. All And with that, and you guys kind of wrap up what's going on here, what would you like to do at this point?
I would probably start heading back to the town.
Yeah, Sanson will offer, what's her name, Alina? Like a trail ration, since he overheard that she was hungry.
She'll gladly take a little bit of trail ration. I appreciate it. Been sitting here far too long. Missed out on any breakfast. All right, so you guys are all heading back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how are you guys bringing Mirror Bar back specifically? Are you bringing Mirror Bar back?
I'm bringing him back. I got a rope tied to him, and I'm tugging him behind me.
Just kind of tugging him.
Yep.
Okay. All right then. Give me a strength check since you're kind of dragging him along behind you as he's trying to fight with you a little bit.
Strength or athletics?
Athletics is fine. All right. So it slows you down a little bit, but not terribly by any means. Now, are you guys taking the same pathway back as you guys came here?
I'm gonna say yes, but we're going to keep an eye out on that meadow we saw the person run from.
All right. So as you guys start to get near that meadow, go ahead and give me perception checks from all of you.
I'm too focused on this guy to see anything.
You are super focused.
Don't worry, I'm keeping a lookout.
Yeah, Ruben's got our backs.
Thank God.
All right, Reuben. So as you're moving forward, you specifically, having seen somebody going, moving away back and forth through that meadow earlier, you're specifically on point, trying to see what you can see. You don't see anything coming out of the meadow. However, you do hear multiple male voices speaking at what would be the river crossing, as you're pretty close to that. At this point, you're pretty close to the road and the river crossing. You do hear multiple voices coming up there, right where you would expect the road to be coming from, or road to start.
All right, well, sounds like there's some travelers up here, guys. Just Henry and a couple other archers did get away, so be on guard just in case.
All right, so you guys are gonna keep walking forward, or what's you guys' plans?
Maybe have someone scout and see if it's one of them.
Yeah, I can do that. Stealth check, I'm guessing.
Yep, give me a stealth check.
Time to bust.
Oh no. Disadvantage because of the armor.
F.
What armor do you have on? Do you have heavy armor on?
I have scale mail on, and it says I have disadvantage on stealth because of it.
Hmm.
It's medium armor.
Okay. So they don't see you, but you see them as you kind of crawl through the forest. There's actually 5 guards up ahead, and I'm gonna use your perception check from earlier just to give you that. So you start kind of crawl through the trees a little bit. You're taking a look. There's 5 guards up ahead. One of them appears to be kind of sleeping up against a tree. And they're just kind of standing around at the road. They're not really moving away. They're not really going anywhere. They're just hanging out.
All right. Can I identify what kind of guards, where they're from?
You can go ahead and give me a history check with advantage, given that you've been in the city for a while.
Okay. There, that's better.
All right, with that 21 you actually got there. Yeah, you actually. It's the black guards. So the black guards took over for the lack of a better term, took over the city after after the new king came to power. They kind of took over the city. They do anything from regular guard duty, policing duties. Unfortunately for you, they're also very well known to, for lack of a better term, persecute free elves, dwarves, any non-human.
Okay, and with that, I'm gonna head back to the group. uh, specifically, head back towards Sanson while I'm saying this. We have some of the capital blackguards up ahead. You said there were what, 5 of them?
There, from what you can see, there were 5 of them. Yes.
There's at least 5 of them up there. Yeah, Sanson, make sure you're covered up. As I make sure I have my hood pulled back up and everything settled where nobody could identify me unless they really look. And yeah, what do you guys think? Should we try to go by them or should we go around? I don't know how friendly they'll be to us pulling a roped man down the road.
Yeah, probably not very, especially if he decides to make noise.
Yeah, he's probably gonna make noise. So I'll tear some cloth off and shove it down his throat, or shove it in his mouth, and tie a gag on him.
I mean, we could double back and it'll take us longer, but we could cut through that meadow and come in once we're past them back to the road, I think.
I'm good with that.
That sounds like a good plan. And Sans is gonna kind of like look over his wrappings and stuff, and try to like rewrap everything, cover himself up a little better.
All right. So how are you guys going to do this? You know that you got to make your way back to the road at least.
Yeah, is it possible for us to cut through that meadow back a ways and then come in to the road past the guards?
At this time, you haven't necessarily explored up that direction, so at this time, you can certainly try, but you don't know.
All right, well, what do you guys think? Sounds like a group decision to me, so.
Well, we can certainly try. I mean, it might lead to battle, it might not.
Oh god, what was that?
Oh, that's the guy that's got a mouthful of shit.
Mirabar tried to talk. I went to go muffle it, and it just went all kinds of nuts on my.
Yeah, dude.
You just hear Mirabar.
We're not letting you go. You don't deserve to be free after what you did and what you've done to people.
You're not gonna have Sans in my family.
We can try to go around if you guys want to.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
I might need some coaxing to get him to go quietly.
just point my arrow at him, drawn back on the bow.
After you.
Shut the fuck up. Let's go.
Ah! Ow!
Um,
Let's see.
He just kind of keeps the muffled screaming. They're over here. They're over here.
All right. Anybody got a way to knock his ass out without killing him? I'll help you carry him.
Really have ideas.
we could just punch him.
Go for it.
I mean, yeah, we can punch him till he's unconscious, just not kill him.
Even if he starts bleeding out, I can make sure he doesn't die.
Got a beast
You can
in
do
here.
you can do non-lethal.
Yeah, I'm doing
I
non-lethal.
allow that in a game. Yeah.
Non-lethal.
So he's kind of tied up. So I'm just gonna say whoever hits him, you just hit him. You can knock him out. I'm just gonna allow you to knock him out. He can't really fight back at all, anyhow.
Okay.
Cartoonish punching noises in the background.
Cartoonish punching noises in the background.
Just
Kapow! All right. Now you have an unconscious mirror bar tied to a rope.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Strength check. Oh. I guess I'm having trouble picking him up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not picking him
yeah.
up with that 10. Mirror bar is a big boy.
Let's see. I'm about to. I'm just reading over this spell real quick. I am going
spell?
to begin casting a spell.
Okay, well, there's nobody around you, so go ahead and cast away.
I am summoning Steed.
Oh, there we go.
As I begin casting this spell, you'll see me glow a little bit blue, and you'll see a horse just coalesce beside us. It's going to be a dull color, not giving off any light or anything. Just going to be there for us to use, and I'm going to attempt to throw him on the back of him, and I'm going to lash him to the back so where if he does wake up, he ain't going anywhere.
All right. I think that takes care of that. I'm not even gonna make you with all of you there. It should be easy to even a big man to get the big man on the back of the steed.
And then I can command this steed from up to a mile away, telepathically.
Very well.
All right, so we're circling around.
All right. So as you guys come up around, all of you can roll a survival check, or you can give somebody advantage. Whoever's taking the lead.
I'll give you guys advantage on whoever's got the best survival out here. I have a +1.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That works.
All right. $25. Yeah, I would definitely say that you're more or less easily enough able to make your way around. Give me a perception check as you're doing that, however.
Perception again, huh?
Yep. I just want to see what you can see as you're kind of going around there.
Not much.
Not a lot. You are paying way closer attention to being able to get them where they are. All right. So we'll say you guys, it takes you a little bit longer than it would have if you guys had just gone up the road there. However, you guys are able to make it back. The sun has set, or the sun has gone down, and you do find yourselves back at the Limping Fox Inn. It's gotten kind of late. You know, you've been gone for the full day, as it were. About half a day's trip there, things going on, half a day's trip back.
I mean, if nothing seems out of the ordinary, I guess we're just gonna walk.
No, it's fairly. And
I'm
I will
looking
say,
forward
actually,
to a
Elena's
hell
just
of a
going to be
bed.
like shoving you guys out of the way. Move, Daddy! She kind of just bursts in the door.
Okay.
And you're met with the heartwarming reunion. Baird seeing his daughter and giving her the massive hug. You know, I'm so glad that you're safe. As you see, Bard has been rather expertly bandaged up. Helga did not embellish her abilities to be able to have some kind of healing on this guy. He looks a whole hell of a lot better.
I'm gonna walk in with Dragon Homeboy behind me.
All right. As you start to bring him in, Helga's actually gonna kind of see on this horse here. Tell me you didn't bring them back to my inn.
Just the one. I figured Dad would like to have a couple words with him. Anyways, we still need to get up and go because a couple of them got away and there were some guards not far from here. Anyways, on the street by the road or the river.
Well, I will have nothing of that sort in my inn. But Baird, if you want to have a conversation with him, there are stables right next to the inn. Oh, I'd be more than happy to. I'll be more than happy to.
I'll just hand him the
As he
reins
just
to the
got this
horse.
shit-eating grin as he decides to walk walk out. He's gonna make his way out into the stables, and yeah, he's just gonna kind of disappear as Elena's actually gonna follow him as well. I'll let you guys do what you want with that information. Well, it seems that you guys were back. We still don't have all of our supplies, and it seems we may have some information. Mavis, these are the four adventurers that I was talking about. I know you haven't met Alwyn yet.
Oh, we're adventurers now.
Technically, you are adventurers.
You graduated.
You have graduated into the adventurer category.
That was in character, but yes.
Mavis is actually going to turn. She's actually going to recognize you guys from earlier. Ah, these are the ones making all the river or all the noise at the river. You almost cost me a deer, I'd like to add.
I'm sorry about that. We're kind of
I'm
on
sure you didn't even know that we were there.
we saw somebody run by, but we were on a more important mission than figuring out who's hanging out outside.
Well, if I would have known what you were out doing, I may have helped, but that's fine. At least we were able to bring back some venison.
Sounds like a win-win for both of us then.
Helga's gonna move over. Free ale and free stew for everyone. Take a seat wherever you want. As Gideon's actually gonna stand up. Free ale, I'll take it. Not you, Gideon. You don't deserve shit. Aw, Helga, you never give me anything good. Helga's actually going to kind of go along here. We're going to kind of shift scenes ever so slightly. Avon.
Oh,
The like
Avon, it
super
seems that
delayed
you have
response.
finally made your way to the Limping Fox Inn. Now, the last time that we saw you, you had just, for lack of a better term, reincarnated yourself at the chapel. Or cathedral. Sorry, not chapel. Cathedral. And unfortunately, as you started to make your way through the town, you've noticed quite a few changes. Now, it's a little odd that so many changes would have happened in what only seemed like a matter of minutes to you. The city looks a little more bleak, a little more rundown. Portions of the city seem like they've been destroyed. And as you tried to get closer to the capital, you were barred entrance. Luckily for you, the Limping Fox Inn is not in the capital. It's on the outskirts. So you were able to garner a little bit more information and be able to find your way here. It took you a little while, but you've made it. Give me a perception check as you're getting closer here.
Oh.
Nat 20. So the doors open. You're able to see a large woman with a mohawk standing at the bar through the door, talking to a woman in a white hooded robe. A few other people sitting around the bar. But what actually draws your attention is just to the south there. You hear what can only be described as something hard beating on something soft. It sounds almost like someone is kicking a rucksack full of corn, or, well, sounds like Rocky Balboa is in there, beating up a cow carcass.
so many euphemisms. Okay.
I don't know how to properly explain somebody like literally getting the shit kicked out of them.
It sounds like someone's getting the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah, I would.
Rocky Balboa style.
As much as I'm probably wanting to go into the inn, I'd probably be wondering why I hear the sounds of all that nice alliteration.
Well, so you gonna take a look?
Yeah, I'll head that way.
So as you start to walk in there, you're actually gonna find a older gentleman standing with a woman, literally just pounding on this large red-headed man while he's tied up on the ground, completely defenseless, and just getting beaten to an inch of his life. It just picks him back up, just hits him again. He drops down to the ground. He picks him back up, knocks him again. It's not defending. He's unconscious as Baird continuously just hits him over and over again, just beating the hell out of him.
You know, I think if you fought a child that was conscious, it'd at least be a better fight.
Yeah, well, if there was a man that ever deserved this, is he just like gives him a nice kick right in the gut as he's laying down. It'd be this son of a bitch right here.
Man, I'm sure we all deserve an ass kicking once or twice. If you don't mind me asking, oh, actually, I could care less if you mind. What makes you so angry that you would beat the shit out of someone like this?
So as he turns to look at you, you can see he's got a black eye. The one side of his face is swollen out. His lips split. He's got a large cut gash on his forehead. This is what pissed me off so much, and the fact that he took my daughter. Now, if you don't mind, if you don't want to be next, I suggest you go ahead and just go to the inn.
Just be careful who you threaten. You might get another eye like that.
I can take care of myself. As he turns back around and just, pow, kicks him again.
Yeah, I'll walk away. I don't know anything. It's not my business. Is there a lot of noise coming from the inn, or is it kind of like everything's like, aside from the sound of someone beating meat?
It sounds like a pretty lively inn. Sounds like somebody in there is at least celebrating.
Okay, yeah, I'll head that way.
You
Oh,
hear
wait,
some-
actually,
you
do
hear
I
some
know-
cheers and whatnot?
Do I recognize or have any idea or memory of the person they're beating? It's not like somebody I know, right?
No, you would not have
It's not like my old lab partner or anything. Okay.
It is not your old lab partner by any means. Although I'm not sure they had lab partners in the that long ago, but so as you walk in, first of all, I'm guessing most of them probably see a newcomer coming in. So why don't you go ahead and describe yourself as you're now walking into this tavern to everyone else. We'll start there.
Okay, yeah, I'm a 5'10", you know, just kind of like an average heighted man, slightly tanned skin. I guess at this point, probably dirty. I have kind of somewhat long hair that's kind of pulled back into a nice, neat swoop that has a band in it to keep it back. I have armor on that's like a dark steel silver with a pauldron of a wolf head on my right side. And I usually keep my right hand resting on my sword handle that's on the right side.
All right. So I'm just checking something here. One thing that we did not do this last time. I need you to roll me 4d4s, please. Actually, given your station in life, go ahead and roll me 4d10s.
Okay, yeah, 1 second.
You can do them right there in Foundry if you want.
Oh, wait, 4d10s. Okay, my bad.
4d10, please. As I've had everyone else roll for their starting currency, I so too need to see what you're doing. And given your station in life, I kind of amped yours up a little bit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add 180 gold into your inventory, please.
Dang, bro. I got chump change. I'm walking around with pennies.
Well,
It's your traveling money. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's my walking
it was
around
your
money.
father's
Yeah.
funeral. It wasn't like you were looking to go shopping. Okay.
It's your pocket change.
All right. So for those who have never seen this man before, go ahead and we'll kind of run down the list again. Reuven, What does he see? Did we lose him? Oh, there
Sorry.
we
Had mic muted. See a man in a cloak, standard wayfarer gear, scale mail armor. He's got a bow on his back. Tell he's keeping his hood up, and sitting next to him, there's a little blue storm drake, young one, uh, just recently, uh, I guess, hatched. It seems to follow his command, and it seems pretty friendly.
All right. I'm guessing you have your hood up for sure.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Yeah. What did I say that 3 times?
No, no. I'm just saying. We're making sure we got your hood up. All right. Sanson.
To your right, you'll probably see a very homely looking short person. It's about 3 foot tall. Just kind of in kind of similar to like monk robes. Like he's got a big hood. Just very covered, very gaunt. That's all you can particularly make out at the moment.
All right. Alwyn.
You see a man sitting there with an eye patch on, got a shield on his back, and a sword on his hip, and he's just having a beer, eating some stew, enjoying the night.
Right. And then Meyer.
Meyer's wearing probably a cloak for traveling in unpleasant weather. She has long black hair with white streaks in it, blue eyes. Not particularly built for traveling, but still seems to be traveling anyway, and is sitting with Sanson.
Absolutely the best looking out of the group. Definitely. You know, you've got bony,
The most
rigid
handsome,
people.
obviously.
I'm 108 pounds of pure muscle. How dare you?
I got you. I got you covered as well for your other question there, Nerdic. I got you covered. All right. And then to your left there, you smell him before you see him. There's just a rather rough, drunk-looking man in full armor. Looks like it's been a while since he's had any kind of shower. He's got a spear leaning up against the wall, and the table is currently the only thing keeping him from the ground. But as you're looking at him, give me a perception check with advantage, Nernick. With that 19, he looks familiar, but you can't quite place it. It may be that, he's drunk and in dire need of a shower. Or it could be that he's got one of those faces. You can't quite place it, but he looks somewhat familiar. Now, on the other end here, you see the large woman. She stands about 6'4". She probably weighs anywhere from 195 to 100 or 225 pounds, just raw muscle. Still very. I would call her a handsome female for sure. Long mohawk that comes back into a long braid, coming straight back. Both sides of her head completely shaved all the way down to the skin, no stubble. talking to the woman in the white robe, who's got her hood down just far enough you can't really see. They're having a very quiet discussion, as it were. And then the last gentleman that you actually see, sitting away from everybody else with the widest grin on his face as you decide to walk through the door. He's dressed in very fine clothes. He's on the shorter side, much more plump than the rest of everybody else in here. He spots you as soon as you walk through the door, and you almost feel the eyes glaring through you at this point, as he seems very excited that you have walked into this tavern this day.
That makes me uncomfortable.
The bartender will actually take a step back, look over. You know, you don't get a visitor for months on end, and then all of a sudden, people keep just showing up to your inn. What can I get you?
Whatever you need to get rid of, I suppose.
Well, as I told all of these people as they came in last night, unfortunately, we're running a little low on supplies this day. So we have some venison stew coming shortly. It's currently cooking, and we have a little bit of ale left. I can't say it's our best, but like I said, our supplies are running a little low these days. Not really sure what's going on, and we should have got a resupply at least 2 days ago.
It just so happens that I simply adore venison, so that sounds excellent.
All right, well, take a seat wherever you would like, and I'll bring it out to you. It'll be well, I guess this was fresh venison. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a discount on this day, and we'll do 1 silver piece for the full meal.
Okay, and then you said you had some ale left.
I'll throw in the ale for that silver piece.
Okay, well, I don't really have anything smaller than this, so you can have this, and I'll hand her a gold piece.
She's gonna try to get through here. We got this. I got 9 silver left. Here you go. And she'll actually give you your change.
No, I'm fine. That I don't have the pocket space. I appreciate it.
She's actually gonna turn and look at Reuven here, who's proceeded to do nearly the same thing the day before. Well, it seems strangers are more generous these days. All right. Just kind of walk away. Just gonna walk back, check on that stew there. Take a seat wherever you would like.
I don't like people. I'm gonna go right here. So can I take another look at that dude who was like eyeing me like I was the only girl at a party?
Oh, you don't just have to eye him. Are you taking your seat?
Yeah.
Oh, now that Helga's gone, guess what? He's gonna swagger over here. He's gonna get right up next to you. He's gonna pull up that stool right next to you there. The woman in white is just gonna kind of turn her head, look down. Helga's gonna kill you. Yeah. Well, Helga doesn't know. You're gonna see his hand jut out straight towards you. Cedric, how you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. Me?
Yes, you. Who else am I talking to? Nobody else in here seems to have any money. They don't know a fine designated gentleman such as I.
Of course.
He's gonna go for your hand, whether or not you want to shake it or not.
Yeah, by all means.
He's gonna grab a hold of it, and the overeager car salesman, that limp-wristed, like, super handshake that they give. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You're gonna get one of those out of him. I'm Cedric out of Cedric Wares, and at this day, if there's anything that you need, Cedric's got it. Remember, Cedric's got it. If you need anything, I could get you anything that you would like.
At the moment, I can't think of a single thing I would need, but you said
Oh,
Cedric.
Everybody needs something as he starts taking little baubles out of his pouch again. Starts setting them on the table. Oh, we got this fancy snow globe here. You look like you have some pretty nice armor on, so maybe you're not in the mood for snow globes. And he puts it back. He brings out a dagger, finest dagger that I have. Look, watch how easy it goes into the stool as he just kind of drops it and it sticks right in the stool.
That's fantastic. The property damage it can cause so quickly is, just clearly visible.
Oh, I could cut through anything. As Helga actually walks out right about that time to look at the knife in her stool. I swear to God, Cedric, if that's another knife in my furniture. uh, Cedric's just gonna kind of grab it, pick it up. Uh, um, remember, Cedric's got it. As he kind of like runs back and takes a seat, pointedly not looking at Helga anymore. Never mind him. Everyone always walks in here, and if he thinks that he can make a sale, we leave him around for the supplies mostly, but even he's out.
Is there a reason why everyone's out of supplies?
Well, we're looking into it. I currently have Talia looking into it in the city, but it seems that they're searching for someone. Don't really know why. She Rel should have been here at least at least 2 days ago. Give me that history check with advantage. With that 25 there. Wait. Yeah, 25. With that 25 there, the name rings a bell. Rel, you remember a Rel that had recently joined your squad? Just fairly young woman, red hair. Went by Rel. Full name was Rel Lux. And you kind of the name strikes out at you as it's fairly odd in the territory. But you remember that she had joined your group, and she wasn't a full-fledged member of the Fox Guards, but she was one to be taken seriously. She was well on her way.
At the name Rel, Reuven just kind of stops what he's doing and looks over at the two with a look of just, oh shit, on his face. He kind of slumps his head down and goes back to eating his stew really slowly and quietly.
Helga's going to turn over. Is the stew not any good, Reuven?
No, stew's fine.
If you need something, please let me know. I can't give you, after everything that you guys have done for us. I can't give you bad stew. And this gentleman certainly wouldn't like bad stew, as she puts the stew and the ale directly in front of you, Avon.
Much appreciated. My favorite type of meal is warm, so I appreciate it.
Well, that's one thing that we definitely have plenty of here.
What's it taste like? Is it good?
I mean, it's not the best. It could definitely use some spices, but it's definitely the veal is definitely fresh in this thing. So there's a few more carrots and potatoes than needed. Seems to be hiding or trying to hide the lack of other spices and whatnot. It's mediocre at best.
Just like food, I normally weightier than this. It's been a long night. I apologize.
It's all right. Well, we don't have many rooms left, but I'll tell you what. There's actually a room back here. As she kind of points behind the bar. It seems that most of our rooms upstairs are currently taken, but if it's been a long night and you would like to rest, I can offer you this one back here. It's not the finest room that we have, but well, it's a nice bed to sleep in.
Not to ignore your very generous offer. This rel person that you talked about, you said they're looking for them.
Well, we don't know. Rel normally, as she kind of pauses a little bit, brings us our supplies, and it's not like her, but she's a couple days late at this point. Normally, she's very attentive and very on point, but well, to be honest with you, I kind of with the given state of everything, I'm a little worried about her. I'm I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Do you normally have like a known path that they take or anything like that? I could follow up and see if I can find them.
I don't know. Don't worry about it for now. I'm Talia is looking into it. She should be back if anything's wrong. I'm sure she would have that information. For now, Cedric, as she gives a little claps of the hands. I'm gonna break immersion just a little bit here, so that you guys are aware, and I want to make especially Nerdic, as this plays. If it is super loud on your end, I'm trying to get them all through, but we had some problems last time. If you actually go in the upper right hand corner, there is a audio playlist button. It's the third button from the right. You can turn down the global controls in the playlist if it starts screaming in your ear. I'm going to try to not have that happen, but if it starts to go crazy. So yet again, Cedric actually begins to start playing. An instrument seems to appear out of the air around him as Cedric begins to start playing music for the tavern to kind of start to wind down.
I'm sorry, what is, you see what I'm hovering over? What is this?
Where are you hovering? So that is a Reuven's pet dragon. Wow.
That is Shirlene.
Shirlene is a very, very tiny dragon at this time. About the size of a iguana.
That's a peculiar looking creature you have beside you.
Yeah, she's my pet. She's pretty good. Oh, maybe a little more than a pet. And I kind of reach over and tap her on the head and
As you guys are having your conversation, Alwyn, Meyer, Sanson, you're gonna get 3 cups of ale and 3 large bowls of stew.
Oh.
Eat up as much as you want. This is the best we have for now, but well, I'm sure we'll have everything tomorrow. It'll be great. That's so loud. And again, as the night kind of winds down, if there's anything else that you guys would like to do, now would be a great time to do it. If not, we'll kind of end this night and we'll go to morning.
I'll walk over to Sanson and ask him to see his wares. Since I did get an item C card earlier.
Keep that for the time being. Just give me a minute. So he got or you got?
I got. And
You
then
got
so
an
did RJ.
All right, both of you got item Cs.
Yeah.
Did anybody else get any items from the cards?
Don't believe so.
I don't know.
You sure I did? I thought that roll was only 13 altogether.
It was good. I looked at it.
Okay.
Are you keeping track by any chance, Dev? 'Cause I don't think they are yet.
I'm keeping track a little bit.
Okay.
I'm keeping track of the important
Yeah.
stuff.
For those viewing right now, you do actually meet the DC. If you can at the person, everybody should be watching, or I think everybody has the chat. You can let them know that you've succeeded, and definitely make sure that they know that they got an extra card to play at their leisure.
Woo.
Or Dev, if you could take care of that, if someone does do it.
I'm watching.
I appreciate it. We will actually take care of those items in a little bit, but
I'll walk away
I
from
will
it.
give them to you. I will give them to you, I promise. Would anybody else like to do anything else for the night?
I will tell.
see-
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna tell Helga to make sure she keeps a watch out, or have somebody keep an eye out outside, because there were those bandits that did get away, and we did see those guards at the river crossing.
Insane's just gonna kind of be looking at his food and ale and just kind of like slowly push it to the middle of the table if anybody else wants to eat it.
Normally my character would press his luck trying to get information, but with the mention of Rel, he's just gonna pass on it tonight.
Alright. Then with that, we will actually end the night. Everybody can go ahead and take a long rest on their sheets. And the night will come out. We will bring you into the day. And I gotta bring, for whatever reason, it did not carry Alwyn out. Or Avon out. There we go. That should be everybody. So as you guys actually wake up in the morning, you find Baird sitting with a weird smile on his face of self-contentment, as it were. Cedric is actually talking to Mavis. Helga is having a conversation with a unknown dark robe, a female, that is, well, we'll just call it dark robe. She has kind of the roguish slash thief aura about her, right? A couple daggers at her belts, but a long, large black robe with the hood up. And you recognize Talia, who is also standing there talking to her now. Again, Gideon just sitting where he always does. Hasn't really moved. He seems to be living in that little corner of the inn at this point. And as breakfast comes, or as you guys all down in the, I didn't have respective rooms. There was no real reason, and my things broke. So Helga will actually serve each of you what is a small portion of eggs. It seems to have even gotten smaller than the day before, but she does have at least a little something something for you guys to eat. I'm letting you guys kind of. I'm giving you guys time to do whatever it is that you would like, or say,
Gonna
or
move over here and sit with him at this table. Ask him how his night went.
well, after the day, as you see him put his shoulders back ever so much, just kind of back and forth, cracks his neck. My hands hurt a little bit, but I feel like a new man. If there ever was say I appreciate it, this would be it. As he reaches out to shake your hand.
I'll take his hand and shake it. But just glad we were able to find her before they did anything stupid.
Oh, you have no idea. One day, if you ever need something, you please let me know. I don't even know what I would do if something happened to Atlanta.
I might take you up on that offer. We'll see what happens. I'll just sit there and just hang out and chit chat for a little while.
So Barry's gonna kind of ask you to kind of recap some of the things that have happened. He's also gonna let you know that Mirabar's no more. He didn't make it through the night.
He barely made it through my encounter with him, so I wouldn't think he would last very long with you.
Well, he had a lot to answer for. I only hope the Haldir don't send anybody more advanced.
They probably will.
Well, it is the capital, and I'm sure somebody will come looking for him sooner or later.
For sure.
He did happen to mention Henry not being what he said he was. Yeah, does that make any sense to you?
I do believe Henry was one of the guys that he said that he was paying protection. So Henry did run away, I do believe.
Why the hell? Seems a little odd. The Haldir normally don't pay for protection. They just have their own people.
Well, time will
All right.
tell. Time will tell what happens.
Yeah, it seems a little odd, but yeah, stranger things have happened. As he turns and looks at Sanson.
Inzin is just kind of staring off. Is that like 1,000-mile stare? Not particularly paying attention to anything that's going on in the room.
Bit creepy, isn't he?
A little bit. You should see him in a battle, though. He takes creepy a little bit further than that.
Yeah, all right then. I'll take your word for it. As
Alright.
the sounds from the bar start to pick up a little bit, mainly you hear Helga slam her fist on the bar stool. If
Gonna
you want
turn
to
and
try
look.
to listen in a little bit, everybody can give me your perception. As Helga is starting to get a little louder.
That's my cue.
Dirty 20.
All right. Mara, you're having a conversation in your own head. You're at this point you were trying to go back and forth with this spirit to try to see if you can reach her. It's been relatively silent since last night. But you're kind of in your own mind at this point. For the rest of you, however, you can hear Helga having this conversation. God damn it. Why? I don't even know where she would go. If they're still looking, they had to have she had to have gotten out of the city. I mean, realistically, her brother would probably be the best bet to go, but if you're right and they have the city locked down, she's not going to be able to get back to us. As she sits there and ponders. Well, Well, I guess tell you if once you're back up for it, and we can. As she kind of scans the back of the room there. You know what? She's gonna pull out a large pouch full of money and set it on the desk. She's gonna take a couple steps over. And as she begins to kind of speak out a little, I've got gold for anyone who can find the person for me. You know, for a man who came out of nowhere, Alwyn, you've been kind of a godsend. Yeah. It seems something has happened to Rel. Seems like the guards came looking for someone and she's been held responsible for harboring a fugitive.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, they took her in. It sounds like she was able to make a break for it. Looks like they've closed down the city, and they've posted guards on every route out in and out of the city. If they're still looking, the Rel had to have made it out, but I have no idea where she would be at this point. Without her, this inn is doomed.
You said something about a brother?
Uther Lax. Or Uther Lux. Sorry, I said Lax. Uther Lux. He's down south. If you know where, if you go back to the river crossing and instead of following the river, if you actually follow it south there's the town of Riverlawn. He's taken residence there. After everything that has happened, well, let's just say him and Rel had a bit of a disagreement. But if anybody would know where she would gone, it would be him. I would start there. I can offer you. Well, I can offer you about 250 gold for anyone who is interested. I can offer you approximately 250 gold apiece. The sooner you find her, well, the better. We're kind of sitting ducks at the moment, and it's imperative that she brings us our supplies. As you see the word supply, you know.
Oh, I'm not gonna like this, but I'm in.
I'm gonna look over at the other two that were with me on the last mission.
Helga, you don't need to pay me though.
Oh, of course I do. You've already done so much for this inn. Of course I need to. I would never let someone do anything for me for free. I appreciate the thought, but perish the thought.
Uh,
As she looks back over, she's gonna look past you to Myra and Sanson. I can offer you the same.
Sandson's just gonna look at Meyer. We've been following you. I've been following your lead this whole time. Where do we go next?
I mean, I've just had kind of a feeling to head out this way, but the feeling's gone away since we got here. So I don't mind helping. I don't know how much help we would really be.
You're pretty handy in that last fight, so
I'll be honest, I don't know what happened in the last fight.
well, you had a
That's
bunch of
never
fireworks
happened
go
before.
on, so I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
that's never happened before.
Well, maybe
So,
it'll happen again.
Well, either way, everyone needs money to survive. Tracking down someone is much easier than slaying monsters, I'm sure.
And maybe you can even
That's-
learn more about yourself as we go.
that's fair, I guess. Are you
He
okay with
does
that, Sanson?
He does have a fair point. That's fine. Yes,
And,
we'll go.
I'm sorry, I did not catch your name earlier. She kind of she's looking over at you, Avon.
That's a good question. I think I'll be busy. I don't know if I can help. Uh, I just have so much stuff I have to do.
All right. Well, you seemed interested in Rel earlier. If you change your mind, well, Rel's the one that we're looking for at this point.
When I'm doing that, I'd like to, I guess, just take in the people who all agreed, so I know what they all look like.
I believe Myers, Sanson, Reuven, and Alwyn have all elected to come.
Okay.
That is approximately it at this point. Now, Cedric, I know I'm gonna regret this. With all the damage that you've been causing in my inn at this point, if someone is going to do something for the inn, I think a discount is in order. Cedric is kind of looking through his items. Look, Cedric, if there's no discount, you don't have to stay here. Okay. I can offer about half off. I'm sure if anybody's doing anything. Oh, and I couldn't help but notice as your original stealth check, Reuven, from night one, he passed it with flying colors. He knows for a fact you're an elf.
Okay.
Yourself and Sanson. I may have something that may help you get around a little easier. As I'm sure you guys have noticed that you may have a little bit of trouble with the town guards. So there is a custom item that all of you should have access to. The two of you need to look for one specific item, and I'm actually going to pull it up here. It's actually called the Ring of Human Disguise. So you can add that to your list. So the Ring of Human Disguise, while wearing the ring, you can use action to cast the Disguise self spell from it at will. The disguise is a very unnotable human form. These rings were designed by Cedric to assist in the escape of many from the Alinthi Empire's clutches. The spell ends if the ring is removed. It will not work on humans.
Nice.
During my revival, would I have noticed that it's especially hostile towards non-humans?
I think you would have seen it a little bit more.
Okay.
In the even in the what would be considered the slums now, right? They're a lot more run down than you them, right? Even everywhere has slums, but even now, like larger swaths of the city seem to be even worse off than what you remember. With that, you did see some elves, you did see some dwarves, all of which were wearing rather ornate collars around their neck and seem to be following people of status. All right.
I'm sure it's fine.
So are either of you putting the ring on at this point?
Nope.
Um,
I'm just gonna put it in my pouch.
Just gonna put it in your pouch. Reuven, are you putting the ring on?
uh, yeah, I guess so.
So as you put it on, you kind of look down at your skin and it seems to shift ever so little, ever so little. The color kind of fades into more of a white color, just human tone, as it were. Now, as you're sitting next to him, Cedric's gonna smile. Alwyn, give me a perception check on Reuven here.
11.
11. You see a little bit of a glimmer, but he still looks like Reuven, as far as you can tell. Now, Cedric's gonna kind of lean over. You can probably take your hood off, my friend.
With that, I will reach up and remove the hood finally.
So as you can feel your ears. Like they're definitely still there. For everybody else, however, he's got human ears. His skin looks a little less smooth, as it were. He still looks somewhat like Reuven, but just more generic. NPC human, as it were. But there's definitely, you can't see the ears any longer, which is the big tell for an elf. Now, Cedric tells you these should last for approximately a week or so. They do have to be recharged, but normally I sell these for a tidy sum. But with everything you've been doing for the inn, and I'm pretty sure if I don't give you these, Helga's gonna kill me. I'll let you guys have these for free for this week. How about that?
Thank you.
Now, it won't hold up if anybody actually goes to do a physical inspection. It won't hold up, so I suggest just allowing things at sight. And anybody with any kind of magic sense gonna know what's going on pretty much instantaneously. So you may be able to fool some lower level guards, but anyone on the 8 will be able to tell.
Anyone on the what?
Are you saying that in character, or are you asking me?
Yeah, I can ask in character.
Cedric's gonna hear that. The 8. Is everybody else living in a cave at this point? You know damn well they've been staying here, Cedric. The 8. The lead generals for the king. How does nobody know this? As he turns back around, he'll look at David. You have to know this.
Yeah, of course. While he's talking to me, I'm gonna try and slip off my ring, by the way, because them putting on rings reminded me. I don't want anyone to see my ring.
Give me a sleight of hand check if you're doing that one. You could probably do it with advantage given they're kind of focused on somebody else. Which is
Good, I needed that.
too.
Yeah.
14. What's everybody else's passive perception?
15.
14.
14.
Passive. 11.
So everyone
know
pretty
what you
much
get.
saw it except for one person.
It looks like no one's really, unless they want to say something. No one's really saying too much as far as the NPC goes, but it looks like pretty much everybody else except for Meyer, who has her heads in the clouds still.
Apparently. Jesus Christ.
And I also doubt I would know who the 8 are. I mean, like, I'm sure if they were described to me, I might be able to roll, but
No,
just
at-
based on
at
that
this point,
terminology,
you would have
yeah.
no idea who the 8 are. Your character would have absolutely no idea.
I don't really keep up with royal blood, so no, I have no idea who they are.
Well, Maybe I'll get a booklet on them at one point in time. It'll take me a little bit of time, but I can gather some information. How does no one know who leaves this country? Jeez. All right. Well, for the remainder, I've got some potions here. I'm pretty sure I got a few arrows, maybe. As he's like combing through his bag, he just starts to like cartoon characterish, like just reaching into a bag and just like throwing stuff over his shoulder as he's just digging through it. All right. Who has magic item cards?
RJ's got one magic item C, and apparently I have two now. Somebody else gave me one. Both are item
All right.
C.
RJ, roll me a D100. And Dev, go ahead and roll me 2 D100s. As you guys were able to get some stuff here.
Yeah, there were a few magic items that weren't assigned to anybody, it looks like.
I don't think they hit the rolls, unfortunately. All right. Alan, 37. Potion.
Oh, no, Brian got me one. Oh, what did he roll? What do you need to roll for these?
So
It tells you what the
DC
DC is on them.
Yeah, the DC's right after the name
Oh,
of them.
gotcha.
Potion of diminution? Hell is
Divination.
diminution?
Divination. Divination is usually spells to
Oh, they
locate
spelled it
something.
wrong.
Yeah.
They spelled it wrong. That would be why. No, that is not divination. It is diminution.
What the fuck is that?
Here, I'll put it in. I'll put it in chat for you. So
There you
your
go.
first one.
Got it.
Yep, there you go. So there's the first one. You rolled a 97 as well.
Yep.
97. Horseshoes of speed.
Let's go.
Horseshoes of speed. And then RJ, you rolled a 31. A 31 is a potion of clairvoyance. So as he starts ripping some of these things out of his bag, he's like, I don't sell this. And he just kind of juts it over at you, Alwyn, for the potion of diminution of the horseshoes. And he pulls out another one on his right, and he's like, you know what? I don't sell this either. And he tosses the potion of clairvoyance at you, Reuven. This is... I don't know how the hell these things got. Here, you can have them. Just take them. I don't know where they came from. Just take them. Now, for the rest of you, if you would like to buy anything, now would be your time to sell at half price, or buy at half price for anyone who is going.
Well, I can always use more arrows.
All right. How many arrows are you looking to buy?
Give me 30.
All right. So a bundle of 20 is 0.05. So he'll give you let's do 40 for a silver piece. I'll give you 40
for a
arrows.
silver piece. Okay,
40 for a silver piece.
done.
Anybody else?
I wouldn't even know what to get.
Well, if we got some potions of or we got some healing potions here. We've got as he pulls out this large clear bottle with a what looks to be a giant toenail in it.
That's gross.
Oh, you might want that.
Potion of giant strength. Look at that. Well, that's interesting. I don't know how many people are going to be able to afford this, but he sets it down to the side. We've got all kinds of things. Anything that anybody would want.
Oh, look at him and be like, you maybe have a shield in there? Slightly better than this one?
Well, this one may be a little difficult to as he starts shifting around in his bag here. Well, you currently have just a regular shield, right?
Yeah.
Depends on how much money. We do have some things in here, but it's gonna be a little hard to sell this at this point.
Well, what is it? Let me see what it looks like, and I'll let you know what I'm willing to give you for it.
So as he actually pulls this thing out, he's actually gonna pull a +1 shield out.
Hmm.
Now, this normally I would sell it for about 250 gold, but well, are you willing to take 125 off of the price of what I owe you, Helga? Yeah, I can sell it to you for 125. It sounds.
I'll take that. I'll give him the 125.
All right. As he will give you the shield +1 for 125.
Before we go, do you happen to have any light armor? So I can stop rolling disadvantage.
I think I may. I think I may. As he starts to go back in, he's gonna start scrolling through here. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I suppose it would be leather armor. I don't know. Show me what you have, sir.
All right. I'm gonna kind of start rummaging through here. Let's see what we got. I'm actually looking up some of these prices as I'm doing it. So he's actually gonna pull out some padded armor. Um, this should look fairly well. So padded armor. We can add some pad underneath the that robe that you're in there. I can give you some leather armor. Leather will replace everything that you have. Normally, I would sell this for about 10 gold pieces, but I can sell it to you for 5, or for 2.5. We can do some pad under there. It is your choice.
I'll take the leather.
All right. So that will be 5 gold pieces, and he will give you some leather armor.
Fixing the mistake when I made my character.
Zane's gonna like kind of walk up and look at his splayed wares and kind of like start poking at some of the potions.
Ah, you have an eye for potions, I see.
Yes.
Well, we've got some generic potions of healing. Those are normally 50 gold a piece, so looks like I'm selling them for 25 at this point. So if you would like some healing potions for that, is
Just
there
hold up.
anything? Is there anything in particular that you're looking for other than that?
He'll shake his head no and just hold up 2 fingers.
50 gold. He's gonna pull out 2 of them, and he'll hand you 2 of those.
And Zane's will hand over 50 gold pieces.
Looks like you just got yourself some a D6 of inspiration to use at your leisure whenever you so choose. Sanson.
Ooh, I'll mark that down on my sticky note.
Hey, you would happen to be interested in this scale mail, would you?
I'm starting to lose a little bit of money here, but I mean, yes. What are you looking to sell it for?
Tell you what, since you had the leather armor for me, I'll sell it to you for the same price, 5 gold pieces.
Done. Joke's on you. He would he would have paid much more than that. He's just
I
like
know.
without a shout, just done.
I know. That's worth 50.
Now, what about you over there? Is he he's gonna kind of break from these guys over here? You seem to be lost in your own world there, Myra. You is there anything that you would fancy?
Um, potentially healing potions.
Well, I sold them at 25 apiece to your friend over there. I can give you the same offer.
Sure. I'll-
And how many would you like?
I'm just gonna get one because I already have a couple.
All right. Then it would be 25.
I'm not sure what else to even look for.
All right. Well, this should at least get you guys on your way and started. I'm sure Rel will be perfectly fine, but just in case, I want to make sure that you guys, return customers and all that. Men can't turn a profit if he has no customers, even if he is losing money on every purchase. He kind of mutters that under his breath a little bit. He's gonna stop over next to you, Avon. So are you on your way as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out soon. I actually do have a series of inquiries if you don't mind. I kind of don't know if you'd have it all.
Well, remember, Cedric's got it.
All right. I need a group of ball bearings, caltrops, lantern oil, and then a grappling hook if you have all that.
Fairly certain. Isn't most of that? Yeah, it's all like a gold a piece, right? I think.
Yeah, around that. I think the lantern oil is silver, maybe.
So he's actually gonna kind of dig through. He will all four of those things. He can actually come out. So for those four, he's gonna tell you 4 gold unless you're going with Helga's group there, because Helga's not going to cover the half price loss if you're not going with them.
No, I'll pay him the 4 gold.
Okay. All right. And then with that, Cedric is just gonna start to run a couple numbers and some tallies to get Helga to take it off of his the books, as it were.
Oh wait, before you leave, how many of those daggers do you have?
Actually, look at the price of the daggers.
As Meyer pulls out the 3 daggers that she had in her bag.
So there's it's supposed to be 2 gold pieces per dagger.
Okay.
So how many do you want?
I'll take 3 because I already have 1.
All right. Well, with 6, that'll be 6 gold, and you can take your 3 daggers. The 1 dagger that he was actually trying to sell you would be a dagger plus 1. I would say that would probably actually be closer to 50 gold.
Okay, so you said it was 2 each, so I'll do 54 gold.
Okay. Yep. Then you can add a dagger plus 1 and then 2 regular daggers.
Okay.
All right. So she will have your she'll have marked on your map for everybody that is going. She'll mark on your map Riverland. And yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you guys actually going out to do this for me. I can't stress enough how important it is that that shipment makes its way here. If you can't locate her, if you can locate the shipment at least.
All right, we'll do our best. We'll find her brother first. See what he can tell us.
All right. And all right, so who's all headed out? Everybody headed out?
Can I roll a stealth check? I want to follow them. I just don't want them to know.
You can, in fact, as long as it's higher than their
Passive, yeah.
passives.
I'm gonna be really creepy. And I'm gonna be following their pathway.
Yeah, good luck.
Come on,
Yeah,
sure,
they're
when I-
definitely gonna notice that you're following. I don't think a 10 beats anybody's.
Nope, that
No.
doesn't beat mine.
I forgot I do not have proficiency in stealth. I have it in everything else. Or I have proficiency. I don't have expertise. That's my bad.
So as you guys are all walking out and starting to travel down the road, you happen to look back behind, and Eamon's just strutting his stuff, falling right on the line behind you.
We're being followed by that strange gentleman from the tavern.
Keep an eye on him. If he does anything dumb, take care of him.
Did you guys happen to see that ring?
I
What, the
saw,
one he tried to slip in his pocket before anyone would notice?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that too. I don't know what it meant, but it's obviously hiding something. So
Describe that ring for me a little bit.
How do I do that without just saying what it is?
Uh, that's that's what I'm saying. Try
Yeah,
to describe it without.
Hmm.
Just call it ornate.
Yeah, it's very, very very well crafted, super high class, something that you'd expect noble blood to have. Its symbolism is probably very similar to what you've seen before. I mean, probably seen it quite often, actually.
I don't think anybody would rolled high enough specifically. Like they saw you take something off of your hand and put it in your pocket. Could have noticed that it was a ring, but I don't think anybody had that high of a
Yeah.
Okay.
where you're gonna see it across.
They saw me
the
take
room
a
with
ring
specific
off, but not every
yeah,
detail. Yeah.
basically.
Definitely a nice ring.
Definitely would be a nice ring. All right.
Sans is just gonna kind of like trail behind everybody, just not actually looking at the dude following us, just playing it nonchalant,
Just kind of playing it.
flying casual, as it were.
and you'll see my horse is following us too.
All right. Did you summon another horse, or did you actually have to go get your horse?
I can telepathically tell it to come.
Okay. All right. So I'm actually gonna move you guys here, and then give me 1 second. I apologize. DM's got to try to get some stuff set up here because I fully expect you guys to not be. There you go. So as you guys start to near the path again, yet again, we have Avon trailing you guys down this road. Don't really know why he's trailing you. Reuven, you are currently wearing your ring.
Yep.
Alan, you are kind of up front there with Meyer, and then Sanson, you are kind of trailing for a little bit farther off behind. Knowing that they were there earlier and having heard that, they tried to cut off the escape routes to and from the capital, you were kind of expecting that those guards are still there, and now you pretty much know why they are there. They're looking for someone. You don't know if it's Rel or not specifically, But yeah, they are still there as you start to round that corner.
Sanson, put that ring on.
Oh, I totally forgot. I was gonna like fish around in his pocket. Put the ring on his finger.
All right. So, Samson, as you put this ring on your finger, the boniness of your hand, it just disappears from your eyesight. For the first time in, what did we say, 3-4 weeks at this point,
Yeah.
you have skin on your fingers again. As you're looking down, it's a bit of a shock.
Yeah, he's just kind of like staring at his hand, like, the hell?
As you go to feel your hand, however, your fingers go right through it, and you can tell it's just an illusion. Meyer, as you're turning and looking and seeing Sanson, he's much taller than you've ever seen him before. Instead of 3 feet tall, he's now standing just probably under 5 feet. He's still short for a human, but he's now much closer to looking you in the face, or eye to eye, as it were.
Oh. She's just staring way above his head. Like his real head.
All right, I'm leaving it to you guys. I've set your scene and go.
I'm gonna keep walking forward.
Yep.
So the guards, they've acknowledged you, seen you. You know, they're not necessarily impeding, but as you get closer, papers, please.
What papers? Didn't know I needed papers to travel.
Well, by the king's orders, no one passes without papers or an inspection.
Kind of inspection.
Roll me. Just roll me a d4 real quick.
Okay.
I want to see if this guard's a dick or not.
Roll a d4 to see if this guard is a dick. 1.
Oh, he's a dick.
This guard's a dick. This guard's a dick. As he takes a step forward. Whatever kind of inspection I say that I want. And if it has to be a cavity search, we'll go down that road, won't we?
You'll just see me raise my hand a little bit, and it'll wave in front of him a little bit. These are not. You do not need to see our papers. As I go for a persuasion check, persuading him.
Are you trying to fucking Jedi mind trick him?
Jedi
Seriously?
mind trick the guard. Fucking great.
It's the worst persuasion.
Jedi mind trick the guard. He's just gonna look at you kind of dumbfounded. I'm guessing you don't have papers to travel, so well, hood's down, pockets empty.
I don't have a hood on, and there's really no place to put pockets in a chainmail.
Well, three of your other people have.
I'm not with him, so I take the hood off.
Is
Yep,
there
Meyer will
anything?
pull her hood in.
Can I peel off the road and kind of go, I guess, this northern area and kind of see if I can hide in the bush or if they won't notice me?
You can give me a stealth check. Myers, so this guard right here is actually going to wave you forward.
Dude,
Not stealthy at all.
You're
dude,
very
it was a 17 that it just slowly rolled over.
You are not stealthy at all. The guard's going to be like, "You can wait your turn, sir." As they have a higher passive perception than that. This guard's going to come and join you here. Is there anything in particular? You know what? We're going to go Sanson, Alwyn, Reuven, Meyer for 4 checks as they do some investigation. They're basically, for lack of a better term, trying to get you to empty your pockets and whatnot. So we're going to roll 4 of these, one right after the next. 13, 12, 8, and 16. They did not do so hot. You're lucky that these are some dumbass guards. All right. Sanson,
Yes, sir.
specifically from you, stealth check greater than 13 is your DC.
You got it, buddy. Nope.
See, you
Okay.
too have the curse.
Oh yeah, I already knew
We
that.
both have the same stealth bonus too.
Alwyn,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead, give me a stealth check or stealth or stealth check. We'll just say stealth check.
Okay, it's a disadvantage.
You don't really have anything to hide.
I have nothing to
specifically.
hide, so but this is a disadvantage
All
because
right, so you can just choose to bypass it. If
I'll
you
choose
so
to
choose.
I'll choose to bypass it because I got nothing to hide
All right,
on
Reuven,
me.
stealth check. Reuben passes. Meyer, I don't believe you have anything to hide either.
Only if anything's starting weird to show, but I don't think so.
All right. Sanson,
Yep.
you have a physical check that you have failed.
Mm-hmm.
If they try to touch his head, just
They literally just. So as he goes in, you realize that there's no way at this point for you. If he lays a hand on you at this point, he's going to hit something other than skin. You are aware of this. You're a smart enough man to know this. I'm going to give you one last ditch effort here. You can give a dex saving throw to try to avoid his touch to the best of your ability, or sleight of hand just enough for him to touch the garments about your body and not the actual skin itself.
You said dex saving throw or sleight of hand?
Dex saving throw or sleight of hand. Dex would be you jumping out of his way, right? Or sleight of hand is basically just kind of magicianing like out of the way almost. And it sounds like you got you have a D6 of inspiration that is usable.
What do I have to beat a 13?
I have not set that DC yet.
I got a
Roll to find
6.
out if we do this.
I already rolled my sleight of hand. It's pretty garbo, so no, that's fine. Whatever happens, happens.
You basically wiggled a pencil in front of him.
It's like
Whatever happens, happens. Oh, God. I don't even know what to happen at this point. Like, this guard's gonna grab a hold. Like, he goes to grab your arm, and instead of like reaching around, his finger goes through, and literally up in between, right? Because your forearm kind of splits in that spot right there, right? He just kind of grabs in between, and like you feel him just yank his hand back real quick, kind of like a freaking out. Ugh! The fuck is that? As he's gonna have another guard. Alwyn,
Mhm.
you just kind of let things go, right?
For now,
So
yeah.
he's gonna kind of wave you through. Are you with him?
We were traveling the same direction. I don't say we're totally together, but we were going this way. May have talked a little bit.
All right, you over there. As he kind of points behind him and just like up over here. He's just because you are now standing next to two guards who are now interested in you, Sanson. You've got some explaining to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you open this one.
You're
So
trying to start a fight.
let's see. Let's see.
You've got some explaining to do. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Hmm.
While they're all doing that and while he's deciding. Avid, you've been spotted, so there's not really enough, like, you can't really get around them per se.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'll just walk up a little bit, but I'm still behind him. I'm just kind of observing all the guards.
Okay. Now, I would say for you, these guards specifically, you don't recognize them, and they're dressed in a manner that you don't recognize. Tell you
I'm
what,
sorry. And they identified themselves as working for the king?
so you don't know specifically that they work for the king, but from the previous conversations at the end, you do know that the guards were sent from the capital to basically block off routes in and out of the city. Kind of as an inspection, or what do you call those? Checkpoints?
Yeah.
That's the word I'm
Yeah.
looking for. It is 9:45. We have been playing for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let's take a small break, go to the bathroom, fill your cups. We'll allow Sanson to kind of get his mind right as much as he can, and we'll pick right back up. We'll see if Sanson, to be continued next time on Fight for Findara. Can Sanson talk his way out of this?
Oh, I totally got this. Don't worry.
The crickets of the break.
So I was actually, now that I think about it, Dev, I don't know if you're still around. We got to make a break, like be right back kind of thing. Shouldn't be that difficult to do.
Well,
But
Jedi mind tricks don't work around here, apparently.
no, Jedi mind tricks
Did
don't
you
work.
expect them to?
Yes, I did.
Welcome to
If you-
reality, bitch.
If you had said anything else, I'm not gonna lie, like it would have been better.
Well, I go, these
But you
Like,
just
these are
waved
enough.
your hand in front of him.
Actual
You did not say-
persuasion.
Right? Like,
Role
give an
play?
actual
What's this?
persuasion. Just you do not need to see these papers. As I roll for persuasion, I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter what you roll. Like, you're not.
I was
doing
going with these are not the droids you're looking for, but you know.
Oh, I know what you were going for.
Uh, everybody got the reference though. It's fine. It worked out perfectly fine.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I don't have Ben Kenobi's Jedi powers. Sorry.
Did
Confirmed.
anybody still, if anybody is still in chat, did anybody in chat or anybody that dropped a follow, did everybody get their free stream loots back?
I
Did
think I've
anybody
gotten everybody
not
so
get their
far.
free stream loots pack? Because I saw a couple follows pop up on the screen.
Yeah, we've gotten about 4. Are we about like 5 tonight? I think.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm looking at what I can do here. Try and get us out of this.
We've gotten 4 follows tonight. That's pretty good.
I'm all about
Clark, I also paid money because you introduced trading cards to a nerd.
it.
Well-
It's fun. I think especially getting started. I know that I gave you. I gave. Is it Langers up?
Mm,
Is that how
sounds
you
right.
pronounce it?
Langerson.
And what did you call it?
Or he's just Clark.
It's just Clark. I don't have.
I gave
you
up
have
trying to
Clark.
pronounce his
Sure, Clark.
Lang.
I gave him a +5. I think especially getting started, since right now we can't even give anybody modifiers. I think we'll actually, for lack of a better term, like we'll have certain days and nights and whatnot that we can just all have a plus, a plus modifier for everybody. Because some of the DCs are a little bit further up there.
But it also depends on the card.
Okay.
Yeah, common cards have higher DCs, and as you go up, the DCs get lower.
Okay, out of the cards I was able to keep up with, besides that item, I know I got an inspiration and an actor. Did I get anything else besides those?
I do not think so.
Okay,
Sounds about right.
it's like
There's
some
pluses to
charisma
folks who say
saving.
nice things to your players. Are you kidding me? I'm a terrible DM. I give pluses to folks who do things against my players.
Yeah, he does.
That's fair and reasonable.
All right, is everybody back?
Yep.
Nope, I'm dead.
I heard RJ.
Oh, down it,
Nerdic.
man.
Nerdic, are you back?
I was never gone, baby.
Never
Or
gone.
down a woman, I guess. Sorry.
All right. Well, as you now, Sanson, have 2 black guards standing in front of you, or 2 of the black guard.
That's probably a better
Terminology
phrasing.
matters.
That's a better
Terminology
phrasing.
matters.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the black guard standing, trying to figure out what the hell just happened. I'll give you the floor.
Sands is just gonna look at both of these gentlemen standing next to him, one in front, one to the side. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boys. You don't need to rattle my bones. I just have a very strange condition. I have this ring right here. He like points at the ring on his finger. I have a kind of not appealing looking appearance, and I put this up so folks won't get so upset with how I look. But if you'd like to look at my bags, I have nothing to hide.
Are you taking the ring off?
No,
No.
no, he's just gesturing towards it.
Going
Give
with the
me
honest
a
approach.
persuasion check.
You got it. Yeah, how my team
Excuse me
characters
for
should
a
go.
moment. He
A
said
little
it.
bit of a better base persuasion than you don't need to see it.
Hey,
You don't need to look in my bags.
I
I
use
should
hand
have had him roll
motions.
it with disadvantage. No. Oh,
That dice looked cocked on my
Jesus.
screen, but okay.
These are not the dorks you're looking for.
The one to the north. Yeah. I tried. I tried to give you opportunities.
No, it's good.
You've done literally everything to avoid this roleplay, but here we are.
Just for a kicker for Clark, as he's saying this, seems like his image of the human that he is, just kind of like waggling his eyebrows at the guards.
The guard on your north is going to pull his sword and level it at you. The one on the east, however, I suggest you take the ring off.
Oh, come on now, boys. I was being fair. You don't trust me. You don't want to see what's underneath.
Oh, but he does. As he starts to go, he will pull out his medieval cuffs, as they were. The old-timey cuffs. Uh-oh. Manifest and I'm guessing we're casting something, Ruben? Or did you just click on something?
My apologies, I'm muted.
You are, in
Okay.
fact.
The irony
Um,
that you cast thaumaturgy and you were muted.
Yeah. As I was saying though, with that, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy. And they're gonna start hearing ominous voices or ominous whispers in the woods. I guess that would be to the north of us, like up in here. Make it sound like somebody's trying to slip past them and not doing a great job.
Imagine.
See if I can get them to turn away.
Well, at this point, at least one will pull away. Well, two will pull away. You two, go check on that. As at least a couple of them will start to move away. But at this point, they're looking to arrest Sanson.
Then I'll do it again and make the same sort of sounds to the south. So I can have up to 3 effects.
All right. The guard to the north is going to actually wake up this other guard who's been kind of sleeping up against this tree. And we're going to allow that guard and one more guard to go down to the south. They haven't left, but they're definitely trying to figure out what the hell that sound is.
Okay. That helps. And so this guy's back is to me, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, I'm going to look at him, and my friends are going to see my eyes glow a little bit. They're going to start glowing white as I begin casting a spell.
Go ahead.
I'm going to cast Command. He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
Wisdom saving throw. Not very smart.
All right.
It will fail.
He fails. So I'm gonna
Manacles. Yes, very much so, Clark.
I'm gonna tell him to put the. Can I tell him to put the manacles on himself? Let us pass.
Command offers
The
one word, yes?
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. What can I say?
Give me a word.
I'm gonna tell him to flee.
All right, he has failed, and he will lower that weapon and start to take off. And he will book it out.
Let's get moving.
I'm gonna say this is our chance, boys. Let's go.
Stanzi will just kind of look at both of you. Good on you. I'll start following.
Damn it! Why can't? There we go.
What are you doing, Avon?
You know, I'll follow along.
I'll follow along. All right.
I'm just gonna kick up a gust of wind to the north of me as well, so it sounds make shit like rustling in the trees again.
Shit, wrestling
those
in the
guys.
tree. I like it.
Just to keep them still distracted while I'm trying to find the fucking button. There it is. Oh, I don't need to roll it, but there you go. And then I just kind of keep scampering off.
Is this it? Here's you some wind there. Or blustering wind, as it were.
Yeah, just rustle some bushes somewhere in the trees over there, and then keep going.
There we go. All right. And you guys still following along that road there?
Yeah, we're gonna.
They've kind of gone into the forest a little bit. All right. We will have gotten past here, as there was no call-outs. The guards have not come back yet. And we will actually make our way to the very
Fine.
small town of Riverlawn.
With no tokens.
I don't know why. Every time...
Here we go.
Oh.
As we make our way to the very small town of Riverlawn. Not very large by any means. While the road kept going south, somewhere at least one of the rivers had to kind of come along this. So as you're kind of walking along, off to your east, or what would be your east, you have a nice, rather large river, much more so than the little creek that you guys had seen earlier. But as you guys start to move into the town of Riverlawn, you're kind of greeted with this sight. Not very many people are out. You have a very heavy fish smell coming from this town. This is definitely a fishing village if you've ever seen one. We're actually gonna bring you guys straight up here. I didn't know who was all gonna be here. So if you give me 1 second. There's Avon still hanging out in the back. Myers chillaxing. Reuben's here. And Sanson is also hanging out. So I do mean that it is a very, very small town. Only about, 10 buildings or so? Yeah, only about 10 buildings or so.
Now, it's pretty evident at this point that Avon's following us.
No, it was evident, like
When we left.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean,
pretty evident.
now we know he's not just, going the same direction.
I needed to get to Riverlawn. I don't know what you're on about.
I'm gonna tell
So
him,
how do
look,
you
if you're
guys- how
coming
do you
with
guys
us,
wanna
just
play
come
that?
with us.
Perhaps
Quit
he's just,
skulking in the bushes and get up here. Sorry.
perhaps he's just looking for friends. We could just let him think that he's sneaking. It'll be okay. And then, if he approaches us, it's fine. We'll keep an eye out. Make sure he doesn't try to stab us in the back or nothing.
It's up to you guys.
Maybe he's just really lonely and doesn't know how to talk to people very well.
That sounds good to
I'm
me.
leaving it up to you guys.
He approaches us.
Okay.
He approaches us. If he doesn't, let him do his
Myers
thing.
gonna just literally stop and turn around.
Oh, I guess she's turning around. Yeah, shit.
You do know you can just join us walking, right?
I feel like we've been walking together.
I mean,
Wait.
we've been walking together. You're following really awkwardly, like 30 feet behind, and you could just join with us. None of us really bite, I don't think.
Well, I
Not
don't know
hard.
about that.
I mean, it just looks really awkward. Feels really awkward. I feel like you're really awkward, and we could just resolve all this. But
I assure
if
you, I'm
you're-
far from awkward.
Mm, I don't think so. But the offer's open. I'm Meyer. Nice to meet you. I'm just gonna head back.
Well, what do you say?
Oh, he says he's not awkward.
It's pretty
I
fucking
gave a
awkward.
thumbs up. I gave a thumbs up too while Mara was walking away. So
He says he's definitely not awkward, and
Oh.
he's walking with us.
Oh,
Um,
that's what
I think
awkward
he's
people
pretty
say.
awkward, so we should probably like go talk to him or something. He seems very awkward.
At this point, you don't know him from Adam. So I mean,
I'm just gonna keep walking into town.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I'm with you.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to walk and talk and hang out and get to know us. Then, whatever, we'll leave him behind.
All right.
Kind of feel bad for him. He's just awkward.
It's not good, man.
It's like I said. Sometimes it's like when you're dealing with wild animals, you gotta give them their space so they they don't feel like they're backed in a corner, right? Yeah, maybe
Well,
he'll warm
some
to.
of the barn cats.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if you throw him food
You,
every once in a while, he'll.
you gotta let them warm up to you in their own time. It's okay.
At this point, you as you're thinking about it, you kind of imagine Lily. She was hiding behind trees and whatnot. Didn't want to didn't want to say hi to new people. All right, are you guys walking into town?
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. So as you guys are walking into town, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Above a 10. Let's go.
Hey, he rolled mine
I
into
am
a 19.
I'm apparently still distracted by the odd man behind us.
He may stab you in the back. You don't know yet. He may stab you in the back. Avon and Alwyn, both of you, as you're walking into town. The house, the first couple houses on the other side of you, nothing, kind of nondescript. There's definitely some hanging fish hanging out in the back. Now, the first house on your left, or the second house on your left, however, you are able to see someone very quickly shutter their windows as you start to walk in. Now, no one really seems to be out and about. I mean, it's a beautiful day, you know. It seems a little odd that someone would shutter their windows just because you're walking into town, for sure. Now, with that 21 and 22, you'll actually hear it before you crest around. But the house that is on your right as you come in, the second house that's on your right, there's a large gentleman who is actually making rope, as it were. He's pulling it tight. He's got all his gear out and whatnot. He's actually pulling it tight. He's got a large, how do you want to describe it? Almost like a wheel, right? With clicks, and like it's ratcheting, right? So as he's able to pull it tight, it locks itself into place before coming back. So he just keeps, he's really stretching this, and you just see his muscles is bulging as he's doing this. He's probably been doing this for quite a while now. And he sees you walking into town. It's been a while since we've had anybody come from that way.
Hello. What's the word in town?
Well, not much going on. The mayor's gone. Don't know where he ran off to, but yeah, for the most part, we're just hanging out. Everybody still needs rope. Fish still need to be caught.
That's the truth.
He kind of wipes his brow a little bit. He's gonna look back over. So many people at one time. Having gone from no one to having multiples. What's going on to the north? What's going on in the capital? I'm guessing you came from the capital if you're coming from that direction.
I didn't come from the capital.
I'm afraid we were staying at an inn up the road, but seemed to be guards asking for papers to be able to pass down the road. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know anything about that, but that would explain why the merchant hasn't been able to come pick up his fish lately. Starting to spoil. As he
Yeah,
kind
they
of
aren't letting anybody
wipes his
through
nose a little.
without like an inspection and everything.
Well, we've got fish, and more fish. And if you're hungry, last house down on the way is the tavern there. Pretty sure they're gonna have a special on fish. We can't eat them fast enough, and without the merchants coming to pick everything up, there's no point in letting everything go bad.
Yeah, I don't imagine you're getting a lot of travelers nowadays either.
You're the first person that I've seen, and as he kind of looks up at the sun, at least probably about a week. It's a little odd.
A bit of an odd question. Is the merchant that usually comes through here human?
Oh, yeah. Why would they not be?
I don't know. They just kind of an awkward question. Didn't really mean anything of it.
It'd be weird in this day and age for us to have anything other than humans this far inland.
Yeah, that's true.
As he kind of spits to the side. Well, if that's it, if you don't need any ropes, name's Rhodes. Tell the innkeep that Rhodes sent you. As he starts to pull back on the giant mechanism again, pulling everything nice and tight. As you see the entire rope start to, twist and turn and just seems to grow thinner, but
Sure, definitely.
Can I ask what brought you into town?
Looking for a man with the last name of Lux.
Ah, you're talking about Uther.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. I'm sure he's probably down in his house.
Which one was his house?
So if you actually just, not very many down here, go 2 houses down, the large one. Large one belongs to Uther nowadays.
Is he home or would he be at the?
If he's not home, he's out fishing. I'm sure he'll be back soon, though. I'm sure you could wait for him. The inn's right across the street from his house.
Oh, perfect.
Either way, I don't know why you would ever want to visit that fool, but
Thanks for your help, Rhodes.
not a problem. That would have actually brought you guys down this way, and even I have at this point.
He's still just like 50 feet behind us.
He's way back at the edge of town.
As we're walking past Rhodes, Santa's gonna kind of like walk a little closer to him to like inspect his work and just kind of like whisper at him. There's a fellow that's following us. Make sure you say hi. I think he's a little bit shy.
He's just gonna kind of give you this look like, yeah, whatever.
And then he sees this guy like slinking 50 feet behind us.
Odd fellas nowadays.
Odd
fellas.
indeed. I'm gonna make my way to Block Cells, Uther's house.
How would that?
Almost this big one right here.
It is this rather large one, 2 houses down. You hanging out over there, Meyer?
No, sorry,
Hanging out
I
with the
had
rope guy?
gotten a PM.
So is you know what? Let's do it this way.
You should have a chat with him for now.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
as Rhodes is standing there, he sees Haven kind of walking back and forth, or walking along with him. Seems there's more visitors than normal.
Yeah, strange question. I know you deal mostly in rope, but do you happen to have any spare like leather straps or anything?
I got rope, and more rope.
That's fine. I have about 5 feet of rope. Do you sell it in that bundle, or is there like a minimum amount you sell?
Well, let me see if I have any smaller portions. As he's kind of going back through. He normally sells in about 50 foot sections. So asking for about 5 feet. And it's normally about a gold piece for 50 feet of rope, but I mean, I guess I could. I got about 4 feet over here. Take this. I got no use for 4 feet of rope.
All right, that's fine. I'll still give you the gold though.
You're not. You are an odd fella. If for this much, you could take that whole bundle over there.
I don't think I'll be able to carry it all, but I appreciate it.
Odd fellas. He just kind of turns back and goes back to his work. I'm not gonna lie. Sure. Okay. We'll go with it. All right. So, for the rest of you, as you start to near Uther's, you can kind of see in the back. He's got a rather, he's got a chimney. Looks like there may be at one point in time he may forge his own things. He's got some odds and ends hanging out in the back. You're basically in the back of his house. As you start to round his house, however, there is a door on this side, and there would be a. You know what? Just be easier to show you. How about we do that? So you got the door on the on this side, and nice little patio, as it were, that overlooks the river. It's a pretty nice house, actually. Very small town, but pretty nice house, actually.
Looks pretty.
It is a very pretty house. What do you guys want to do?
I'll knock on the door.
All right. As you knock on the door, a rather large gentleman comes tumbling out. as he opens up this door. He red hair, red beard, kind of walks out. Can I help you, son?
Looking for Uther.
It seems you found him. What do you need?
I've been looking for your sister, actually. Wonder if you've seen her lately.
He's gonna kind of look at you. He's gonna kind of look back at the rest of the group standing there.
Myra
What's
will wave.
Rel done this time?
People just haven't seen her in a while. Trying to find her. Some friends of ours were looking for her.
What you
We're
looking for
helping
her
out
for?
We're helping out an inn up the road. She was supposed to be by with some supplies. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
I mean,
The
or no.
folks in the town
I don't-
mixed up were
he just-
concerned
He
more
just
than
kind of
anything.
looks. I don't know you. He's gonna start to shut the door in your face.
Hey, I know it's a little bit weird to have a bunch of strangers come up to your house and ask where family's at, but the folks in the town up the road are honestly kind of worried because she's usually on time and everything, and they haven't seen her in a few days.
Approximately about 2 days late, actually, for her appointment. Meet up with everybody.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right.
How do you mean?
Nah, just old age. Don't worry about it.
You wouldn't
I'll
happen
tell
to
you
know
what.
if she's in any trouble, would you?
She's always in trouble. Why do you think I live out here?
What kind of trouble?
Well, one thing after the next. You know, we thought we had everything in order, and then everything went to shit when the prince died. Now I'm stuck out here fishing for a living. Luckily, the gods are always on my side, and there's always enough fish to go around. Rel, on the other hand, well, she took the prince dying a little harder than I did. Seems she got herself in a little bit of trouble, started acting out. I'll tell you what. I may know where she's at. I may not. But seeing as I don't know you from Adam, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Say I do know where she's at. And say I give you a hint on where to go. Seems her mare's gone missing. And normally I wouldn't care about that buffoon. But as he readjusts himself ever so slightly. The merchant hasn't been coming around either. The mare's gone. And somebody keeps going up on the hill up there as he points past the village. There's a set of stairs that kind of lead away from the village on the opposite side of the entryway there. You know, people go up there to pray to Thassa, but nobody goes to pray to Thassa in the middle of the night, and I'm getting rather sick of it. You tell me what's going on, and you get that to stop, and maybe I remember a little bit better.
Seems like a very strange deal for people who are just trying to make sure she's all right.
Well, for the merchant, I'm pretty sure that'll be the guards that try to stop everybody and make us have papers and stuff to get down here.
They put another checkpoint out to.
Yep.
Yeah, just up the road.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense too.
So you said you want us to go check out the holy site for you at night to see what's going on. Or report back, huh?
I just want a good night's sleep. Yeah. People tend to wake up early in the morning to do the fishing. It's kind of hard to do that when somebody's chatting all damn night.
So you want me to go? You want us to go look at that, and you'll give us a hint of where your sister could be.
Yeah.
Can I
It's
make an
a,
insight check on this guy?
Go
'Cause
ahead.
he seems kind of sketchy.
Go ahead.
Honestly, same.
Let's go.
Nat 20.
Let's
He
go.
seems. So you're thinking that he's pretty sketchy, right?
I mean, it just
But
seems
the
like-
way that he's looking at you,
yeah.
you know, this is his sister that he's talking about. If his sister's in trouble, he just had a group of people looking for a sister, right? Just kind of show up at his door and start asking about it. He doesn't know you. You don't know him, right? You haven't really given him anything that specifically spells out that you even actually know Rel or not, right?
Fair enough.
So if he does have some knowledge, right? Why is he going to share it with you? So he is very blatantly being. He's caught himself wanting to say something every now and then, but you can see him kind of tighten his jaw a little bit and just not say a word. He's not the most intelligent person, but
How about we go look for this and go look see what's going on for you, and then we will come back and report, and then maybe we'll get some dinner out of it or breakfast as well.
well, I'll tell you what. If you're doing me a favor, just tell the innkeeper that Uther sent you. Tell her some of that fish is going to go bad if she doesn't get rid of it anyhow.
All right, I think
Tell
we'll.
her I'll take it. Tell her I'll take it out of what she owes me next time we come around.
All right, well, I think I'll go check out what you're asking for. See what I can find.
Now, Sanson, as you're standing there, give me a Constitution saving throw, Sanson. Actually, no, not Constitution saving throw. As you're standing there, I need an Wisdom saving throw. Actually,
Oh boy.
He's like, can we go back to con?
That was almost a 1.
with the 8, something feels off. It's not coming from him, but something just feels off inside of the village. Like you're almost be drawn into the village for whatever reason. You specifically are being drawn into the village.
Oh, I don't like that one bit, sir. Satan's will kind of like go with that feeling wherever it's pulling him to.
We're gonna actually head back. We'll activate this for you. So we'll have moved you guys down to hang out here. Lux is actually hanging out with you. So it's leading you back into the village specifically. So where you ran off to, Avon, this is actually the inn, as it were, tavern. So you have specifically moved to the tavern.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got big brain.
Are you trying to? What are you trying to do specifically? You're trying to figure out where it's come from.
Who, me?
Yeah, Sanson.
I was just
Figure
going.
out
I was
where-
just going with this feeling to see where it's like pulling. Like,
So something is pulling on you. Give me a wisdom check to see if you can denote some kind of direction. All right, with the 7, you can feel something, but it just feels off. You don't know where it's coming from. It almost feels good.
Noted.
Eerily good.
Things are just gonna kind of be like looking around the town, just surveying the area.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
At this point, keeping an eye on Sanson because he just randomly wandered off.
He did just wander off.
Yep.
Alwyn, what are you doing?
Walking to the end. We're keeping an eye on Sanson and our awkward friend.
He's got
Reuben?
anxiety.
Reuben, what are you doing?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to the inn for now. I'm supposed to go check on that place at night, so.
Okay. Making our way back around to you, Avon.
Oh, I'm just looking in the inn, seeing if I recognize anybody, and if not, I'm just gonna sit down.
All right. And then that would leave us with Meyer and Sanson. Meyer, I know you were checking on Sanson. You feel something drawing you into the town, but couldn't really figure out what exactly it was. Sanson. So at this point, what would you like to do?
Nothing in particular. Like he's just like smiling and just kind of like looking around the town, enjoying himself.
Okay. We will take you two to the inn, as it were. Looks like Avon is also going to the inn. And I will leave you two out here until you decide to do whatever it is that you would like to do.
How much time do we have until it's like sundown?
I mean, you've got some decent time. You're talking a few hours
Okay.
at least. Enough time to kick your feet back, get some food in your belly. So if you actually look at the map, if you saw what we were talking about earlier, actually put Rivlon on the map for you. There's Rivlon there. So if you actually take a look from the Limping Fox Inn, you're fairly close to a day out. So I mean, you've probably got a couple hours, but it's well after midday, probably about 5 or 6 in the afternoon right about now.
Okay.
All right. We'll leave you two out there for the rest of you. And come hang out inside the tavern here. Tavern's basically what you would expect it to be. Just kind of the next rundown, small in place. Nothing major. Much smaller than the Limping Fox Inn is. As you're kind of looking at it, it's just one large room with only about 4 tables. They've not many glasses. There's some ale. There's the smell of cooked fish as you walk in. Just very small tavern, as it were. And I'm really I hate to with Meyer and Sanson. The only reason why I'm kind of pushing you for that portion, this is probably where we're going to go ahead and end the session for the night. It is already 10:30. I think this is probably a fairly good stopping point.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So if there's nothing else that you would like to do inside the town itself, if you guys also head into the inn, that is actually where we go ahead and end the night session.
Sounds good.
So there's only one question I have. Did Avon sit with you, or did Avon sit alone?
I was there first. They decide where they sit.
Did you sit with Avon, or did you sit alone?
Oh, I sat on the opposite side of the room because he's being super shady.
As far as hell away from that
Yep.
guy as possible. I sat specifically away from him.
Uh-huh.
Did everybody else sit away from him, or what are you doing there?
Yeah, I'm with Avon. Yeah. Or
Oh, you're
Elwin.
going-
Elwin.
I was like, oh god.
Okay, at least you're gonna sit with him. Meyer, Stanson.
Yeah, I'll still be with the group, but if like a bartender, whoever, waitress, waiter comes over, I'll tell them to bring that strange lad over in the corner and drink.
That awkward man in the corner.
The awkward man in the corner who wants to be a part of the group but doesn't want to be. All right. That is where we'll actually end the night. For all of those that came and hang out, talked in chat, everybody should have gotten a free Stream Loots pack. If you followed, you got one. If you had already followed and you came in and you spoke in chat, you got one. Hopefully you guys kind of like that a little bit. It's I try to give a few extra modifiers in there throughout the night, especially for those if you had bought any. I tried to. Other than that, we're actually going to go ahead and move over to a raid at the end of the night. Does anybody have anybody specifically that they want to raid?
Looks like Lognarok's playing D&D right now. He's the Viva community.
Do you want to put that to Dev so that so Dev knows who to actually raid on this
Yeah,
one?
I'll just put it in chat.
Dev, if you want to get that ready to actually raid that
Getting ready right now.
gentleman right there.
He is a VLDL community member.
Very well. I know they like some D's and D's, and if he's playing some D&Ds, you may get a little bit of a better DM by going to go see him. It's all right. It's all right. We're just getting started. I'm learning. I'm getting things. We're gonna make this better. By the time we're done, it's gonna be way better. Not that it's terrible. Hopefully.
I have this group that just like keeps following me, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah. They're following you from the front, which is really weird.
Yeah, and they keep looking back at me, not then making it obvious.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Getting ready to
So,
raid in 10.
Hold on. Before you do this, I just want to point this out. So, kind of a little known fact. I don't have an actor. I have an adopted brother. Not even joking. This dude followed me home one day. I didn't know him at all, right? I was coming home from a high school track meet. And every time I would turn around and look, this guy was about the same age as I am. He's a year. He's following me. Like, I lived like 3 miles from the high school. So for 3 miles, this guy followed. And finally, when I got close to my house, I finally just stopped and turned around and was like, "What is it with you?" And we got to talking. You know, we got in, found out some things. Right, his sister lived, you know, nearby me, so it just kind of happened to work out that we were going in the same direction. But I thought it was pretty funny when you followed him without actually saying anything, and she turns around and stops, because I did that exact thing. And then fast forward about
Raid's
15
about to
years
go.
or so, and
Raid's
he's
about to
my
go.
It's
he's my
ready.
brother. All right. So for those of you who
Oh,
hung
it's gonna
out,
Thanks for coming, everybody.
thank you.
Okay, bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
It automatically triggers after a bit. You gotta.
Yeah, I noticed.
Gotcha.
Just noticed that.
you know, just
I just
about
pulled a
half hour,
nose
maybe?
hair and it
I'll
made
be
me
shutting down
cry.
before it,
I didn't realize that's what it was.
I just
I was trying to pull my mustache and I was moving the hair and it went bah and it pulled out and it just tears rolling down one eye.
Did you
Will you be able to get me a shirt
did
by
you
then?
stop the stream
yeah,
otherwise?
just come back in
Yeah,
half
we're stopped.
hour. We can say 1 gold piece, if that's cool. We can do 1 gold piece.